everybody. Happy Saturday. How are you?
What's up, everybody?
Oh my God, how long is this going to last? We're going to keep reviewing the Braxtons on a Saturday. I don't
You
know.
know, it
I,
takes
I
away the
don't.
weekend, doesn't it?
It really does. It really. This. I don't know if this is going to last, but we are going to talk about the most important stuff that they forgot to talk about last night during the Braxtons, and then we're going to talk about Wendy Osefo. Wendy. Should we talk about Wendy first, real quick, before everybody gets in here?
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's cool. It doesn't matter.
it is that your car alarm?
Let me check.
Okay. So this Wendy Osefo story is sad. That's what it is. It's damn sad. Okay, remember I was telling y'all yesterday that they said people were going around saying, not people, cast members that were going around saying that Eddie started all of this. Do you guys remember I was saying that? And they knew about this sometime. So I guess before they got arrested, they got tipped off that there was an investigation going on. And I guess they got tipped off because, oh, only one, oh God, what was the name of the insurance company? I should have wrote it down.
Damn. It was Travelers. It was Travelers was the one that paid out.
Right. Okay, so
And,
they put in these claims, right? Travelers actually paid them $25,000 and then an additional 4,200, was it, Perry, or 45?
yeah, it was like 4,000 and something. So say basically they paid them 30,000.
Okay, so yeah, just to round it up, basically gave Wendy them $30,000, and has known about this for a while, has talked about it with other cast members, and she said that it was Eddie's idea and she had nothing to do with it. This is a lie she's going around telling. But you have to remember, Wendy, first of all, on reality TV, there's no such thing as a friend, no such thing. No such thing as a friend. And you can't go around saying that this was Eddie's idea and that you didn't know what he was doing, because when they deposited the insurance checks, they went into your joint account. They went into your joint account. So despite the fact that you've been taking pictures with the ring, okay, they've got surveillance tapes of you guys returning things, the money went into your joint account. No matter, and I like you, Wendy. You guys made a lot of mistakes. Y'all should have called PK. This is an amateur job. What were y'all thinking? And I'm not even, people are saying rude things about Wendy. Well, she's Nigerian. They all are scammers. Come on, y'all. Not all Nigerians are scammers. So cut that out. It is a bad look, though. It's a bad look for everybody. Right. Your cast members, other African Americans, Nigerian, it's just a bad look. And then it's not well thought out. Not like Mauricio's was, okay? Y'all didn't think about this. You got, a total of $2,500, let's round it up to 30, in your joint account, and you're going to say you didn't know anything about that $30,000? Crazy. What do you do? What? Listen, Teresa Giudice, it's pronounced Giudice in Italian. All she did was sign one piece of paper that Joe put in front of her. 3 years. 3 years. And just the amount alone, you're going to do time. Stop talking to people. Your cast members, they don't trust you like that. You're a co-worker. What's wrong with her, Perry? What is she doing?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, but first, let me address something too, because people go, "Oh, she's Nigerian." Look, you ain't no stereotype. The type of people who do this shit is dumbass people. Yeah. Oops. Let's put it that way. It don't matter what your race is.
Yeah.
Plenty of people don't did it, got caught. But damn, I can only simply say this. Sometimes I think people get high off their own supply, right? Because could you imagine, you invested in this company and, this canvas, company, right? So his name is on it. But trust me, if you commit an insurance fraud, it's not your company. They just using your face and name. And you got a small percentage probably. I don't know the breakdown. But let's keep it real. How can you be driving down the street? Yeah, I'm expanding from state to state. Child, let me get that. Woo. You know what? I know we ain't got the money, but we got the time. Let's take a vacation. Child, we ain't got no money for that. I got 4 degrees to pay for. We ain't got no money. Don't worry. I got a plan.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Wendy, let's say it was Eddie's idea. Don't you know a dumb plan when you hear one, girl? I would have been like, nah, Perry, that you on your own. I got to separate my bank account because you about to go upstate for a while. Like, no, that is so dumb. They also said that she quit John Hopkins around the same time that she found out there was an investigation.
Now let me get out of here because when this news hit, I don't want to be embarrassed at John Hopkins.
Right. So this is what I think. I think she thought, 1, she can get her way out of it. 2, well, maybe they're not going to make it public. Not only did they make it public, they gave a full-on press conference. Oh my God. Wendy, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. You'll be better off preparing your children for doing time. It's very amateur. I still like you, but it's very amateur the way that you did it. They have surveillance footage. This is how you know it's an investigation of you going back to the stores.
Damn. Child, give me that bag.
You can lie to your friends, huh?
Where that Gucci bag at, child? Get it out of the trunk. I got to return this. You got the receipts. You got the receipts, child. Okay. And grab those eyelashes while you at it, because, child, we got to return this shit because, it was stolen. It was stolen.
Perry? What is she thinking?
You know what, though? Most people, I'm saying this, and I'm not probably joking, but some people do get a little too high when they come up with these plans. And you think, they don't think about getting caught. Oh, well, if they say something, we'll just give them the money back or whatever, but I almost think it got to be one of those scenarios because, I'm a doctor, and you're an attorney, you're a lawyer. We could just do this and if something happened because why would a doctor and a lawyer set up a fake burglary? It just wouldn't make sense, would it? No, child, it wouldn't make sense. But hey, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and book the flight and go on vacation, and child, we'll worry about those bills when I get back because I ain't had no clients in a minute. Now,
yeah, and did you guys know that Eddie was a tax attorney? It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. He's a tax attorney, so numbers. What are you doing? He looks high on that picture. I'm gonna say he's on something because the plan doesn't make any sense. They don't look right in the mug shots.
Child.
You're a tax attorney?
Well, I don't know what kind of attorney he was, but the clientele must have been low. Because anytime you stop saying, no, closed for business, I'm selling weed now. Happy Eddie. Come and see Happy Eddie. It's going to be on every block near you.
Happy Eddie. Maybe that took on a whole new meaning.
No, but all right, let's keep it real. Like, those are the charges. Those are the allegations. They still got to prove it. But why would you even put yourself in there? Some things is just hard to look over. You can't say it was stolen and then be on Vogue magazine with the ring bling blinging. It's not making sense. Like, if it's stolen, just pretend like it was really stolen.
Yeah.
Don't just make the plan for one day and forget the plan 2 weeks later. You all on social media, all at the dance with that same Gucci purse, that same diamond ring that's supposed to have been taken. Come on now.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. I want to talk a little bit about Carlos King, okay? Hold on 1 second. Very crazy, very poorly thought out plan, not executed at all. Stop running your mouth. Those are not your friends over there. But according to Carlos King, okay, he's saying that Wendy and Eddie is his friend. He said they're friends of his, and that's why it took him so long to do the story, because they're his friends and he cares about them. Carlos King, do they know you're their friend? Is this a one-way thing? Is it just an excuse of why you give shitty interviews and don't get to the tea? If you knew Wendy, right? Bring her on the show and ask some real questions about this about this arrest. If you knew Wendy, you didn't get a heads up like the other cast members did, because you claim that's your friend. They're my friends. They're my friends.
I mean, like typically friends would know, child, my house was burglarized. Wouldn't your friend probably know that? No, I'm just keeping it real. They probably would know that. And then be like, damn, child, what happened? Who broke in your house? We don't know. They ain't caught them yet. What did they take? Girl, boy, they took my diamond rings, my Gucci's, and whatever else.
Nothing he does makes any sense. Like, you bring on this boring ass judge. That's not how the game is played, Carlos. You're supposed to bring on an attorney that can talk. You got a judge up there, a boring ass judge up there throwing out hypotheticals. I just want to know why he can't do a better job. That's all I want. Like, anybody can, inflate numbers and stuff, but how come he's not really getting the tea when he gives these interviews? I'm just wondering. It's just a question. So I'm not dragging you or anything, but you get everything but the tea when you do these interviews. So, are you going to respond to that? We want to know, why are these interviews just a waste of time? And why did you even bring the judge on? So since Wendy is blabbing to other cast members and we know who it is, I mean, I don't know why you told her of all people. She had to tell you something, right, friend? Ain't you your friend?
If they was friends, see, that's the whole thing. He used that loosely because, and the reason why he had the judge on now, the reason why he delayed from talking about it. Oh my, what should I do? It's a story out that they was arrested, but can I talk about it? I don't know. I don't know if I could talk about it, because then I would come across as I'm bashing her, and I don't want that, because I might need her for an interview one day. If you're gonna
what are you saying, Carlos? You're saying you kiss up to people? What are you saying?
Yes, exactly. That's what I do. I like to groom them. I like to groom them, and I set them up, and I say, I love all the women, all the ladies. I love all the ladies and the raindrops. I love them all, and I just finesse these. I'm gonna be correct and say I love these bitches.
Make it make sense. No. He claims that these is his friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, do they know that? And how come you didn't say anything earlier when the rest of the cast found out? Well, the other person found out. Why didn't you say anything? And I'm just gonna need some evidence.
Well, I don't know.
Boring ass judge gotta go. You got to bring on an attorney. Okay, I'm helping you out. You're a rookie. I'm helping you. Got to bring on an attorney so the attorney can talk about the case. I'm not allowed to say, well, hypothetically, then what? I could have did. You could have did that. I'm just wondering. I'm trying to help out your channel.
A real friend would have noticed if your house was burglarized and somebody stole your car. And then they would have noticed when you met up with your friend 2 weeks later, he was driving that car that was burglarized. I mean, wouldn't two things met? Look, this is the problem I think he's having. He's using his being a producer on these shows to wine and dine these ladies and make them his friends. But when it's come down to tell the truth about him, he can't. So he'll just finesse. Oh, I got so-and-so on. He'll bring them on. And say if he had Wendy on next week. He wouldn't bring up the burglary or the charges. Oh, child, what event was y'all at on Potomac? Where did y'all go? No, we need to find out why they set up this fake burglary if that's what they did. But he don't bring them up. He give those soft interviews to the people.
Yeah, we've had it with your soft interviews. We like you. I mean, maybe we would have liked you better if you did what a interview is supposed to do, and that's get the tea. Like, we're not going to watch, I don't know, Whoopi Goldberg, and she asked us what the weather is. We want to know the tea. So if these are your friends and you claim to be a insider, I just want to know, one, do they know you guys are friends? And two, did you get the tea when everyone else got the tea? And can you be trusted anymore? That's what I would say. We don't care about boring ass judges.
I think you get the terms wrong. It's not an insider. You should call me an ass kisser. See, that's where you go wrong. Look, he cannot do it. And the thing is with him is that he wants to be a producer by day, a blogger by night. That's where he's gonna have.
You got to pick a side. He has to pick a side. Maybe that's what's driving me crazy about Carlos King. You have to pick a side. Either you're going to be a blogger or you're going to be a producer. Can't do both. It's very, we get in these softball interviews. They're driving me crazy.
Now I know what Melanie talking about.
Okay, let's stop. Let's stop. All right, so let's take a couple questions, and then we got to talk about the Braxtons, because that was bad. That was bad. Perry, Wendy thinks everyone is stupid, and she is so much better than everyone. And she's still acting that way. She's acting like she doesn't have a care in the world. She's telling everybody this is Eddie's fault, and I didn't know anything about it, even though the money was deposited into a joint bank account. That's what they're saying. They're saying that they got footage. You're telling some people you quit your job around the same time. This is just, you got to stop listening to Eddie, and you got to make sure, you got to be there when he rolls the joints, okay, to make sure it's not just weed that's going, like, it makes no sense. And I like you a lot, but I feel like you're going to get dragged the most out of all the housewives because it was just poorly executed. If you're going to be a criminal, you have to commit. You have to commit and do the whole thing, lie to everybody. Go ahead, Perry.
Now, I'm with you, Sherelle, but we ain't going to come on here and bash males today, okay? So let's get one thing straight. Oh. We ain't giving her no out. Yeah. You sitting there softballing it. Look, she knew what the hell was going on. Mm-hmm. We ain't putting this shit on Happy Eddie. Because if I come home and say, hey, Sherelle, you know what? We gonna say somebody burglarized our house.
It makes no sense.
No if you sense. Go for it, then you smoking more weed. Like, she's a doctor, and with 4 degrees, she should have known better.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, even for something small, like, don't even pick up a Snickers bar by mistake and walk out the store. If you should know better, like, you should be more in tune to what's happening. That they're gonna make an example out of you, right? And I just feel like they could have got it because, like, they ain't making the money like everybody thinks. Say, now to keep up with the Joneses, you got to hustle and hustle and hustle. And sometimes you got to commit insurance fraud, right? Because it forces you to those things. We got bills to pay. Child, we already booked that vacation. Well, shit, let's go in there, enjoy this vacation. But I got a plan. And I'm sure he told the plan it's a joint bank account. The money went in there. They both had to talk to the insurance adjusters.
I know.
At that point, if you felt like, I don't know what my man got me into, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell him, no, we found all the items. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just cancel it. No,
it's so crazy. Poor Wendy, girl. You got to call a real criminal at this point. I don't know who's a real criminal. Call PK, tell him what mess you got yourself into and how you messed up by talking about it. And why didn't you tell John Hopkins the real reason why you quit? I'm just saying. Now, anyway, let's move on to another crazy story because this is crazy. So let's move on to the Braxtons. I told you I was going to review every show and then let you know what I think of it and tell you what I heard about it. Okay. Last night, let me put this up, you guys, for my timestamp. Last night was a sheer disaster. A sheer disaster in so many ways. Let's start with number one. Tamar is clearly the hero in the group. Clearly the hero in the group. So the rumors are that Ashley brought this to her family years ago. Okay. Other rumors are Tamar told her family, Miss E included, and her mother and father included, when she was touched. They did nothing about it. The whole family knew what was going on. That's why Towanda wanted to muddy up Tamar's reputation, went and told Iyanla. That's why Iyanla did what she did, just blurted it out. That's why Tamar acted the way that she acted. She was caught off guard. Towanda sitting in the corner laughing and smirking, I'm going to assume, because you told her. You told her. You blindsided Tamar with somebody knowing one of her deepest, darkest, I won't even call it a secret, pains. What happens to you? So that's number one. Miss E, you knew. Father knew. So you knew about Tamar. You also knew about Ashley. Wasn't there a family conversation that took place in which Ashley told you guys about Gabe? Disaster. A complete disaster. I mean, you let her move to Spain knowing what she was mentally going through. Miss E, I respect you as a beautiful 70-something-year-old woman. I will never disrespect you, but I don't understand how you can tell your daughter you're lying. Tamar alluded to it last night when she said, I told my family and they didn't believe me. It's some crazy shit. I mean, how do you know and you don't do anything? Yeah, you want to support Tamar now after the cease and desist were given. Also with the cease and desist was a phone call from Ashley's dad that she talked about, and if I'm not mistaken, played a clip of him screaming and yelling at her, Mikey. So we got that last night, and Tamar came through. I don't know if you guys take a good look at Ashley. She's shaking. And I don't remember if she said this on her show or last night. If I start to talk, this can destroy my family. And so when you say that, you're like, I want to heal. I want to get past this. This is something that keeps reoccurring, this secret that I'm carrying. But if I do that, I know what's going to happen to my family. They're going to judge. How can we not judge? I thank you for coming forward. I'm going to apologize for them, people not believing you. Now let's move over. And you can stop me at any minute if you want to respond, Perry, because I go like this. Let's move over to Trina. Okay, now I get what Vaughn was talking about. Do you guys remember last season when Vaughn was like feeling really weirded out about the way that Tracy was mourning Gabe? And he was like, this is just a little too much mourning here. your reaction from last night opens up more questions. You're crying uncontrollably. Are the rumors true? According to Gabe's transgender women, they said that they told you. They also said that Gabe was with minors. Now we got to address these questions, because your crying last night came to me as a panic. Wasn't like, oh, I don't care what Ashley says, I don't want to talk to her. Wasn't like that. It came across like, I don't need this to get out. Is that what's going on here? Because even your own husband, Vaughn, felt the same way. This is more than mourning. This is like a nervousness, a scaredness. And then you turn the story around. And that sister of yours, Towanda, says, you're the real victim here. You know in your soul, you're not the real victim. You know it. To even let her start them crazy rumors because she's trying to protect you is insane. Let's just say you didn't want this out in the public. Let's say that there's not rumors that he was with transgender women. Let's say there's no rumors about the sex parties. Let's pretend like there's no rumors about them being minors. Let's just say that wasn't out there. What her reaction? What can be her reaction? Why do you think, Perry, she's reacting this way, but for guilt or covering something up? What do you think?
No, I mean, you said other than. It is for guilt, in my opinion. It's guilt. She's setting her ass up there and acting like, I don't know why this child gonna talk about what I let happen to her and I knew about and didn't do shit about. Now, she should just let it go because this is messing up my reputation. Well, look, you should have worried about your reputation when you was married to that freak and he was doing freaky things, right? Now, he don't did this shit and you gonna sit there and not only once have you let your niece down by not addressing it years ago, but you're doing the same thing right now. And then you got Baldy over there talking about, oh, you're the real victim here. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
Because the victim is Ashley and the victimizers are you and Trina, Towanda. And the family don't stand up because those are some spineless cowards from the mama on down. If you seen this shit happening, I don't know how they can even sleep with their damn self. Like, it's gone too far. This girl is crying out for help. Tamar said herself, she said, look, why are you doing this, Tamar? Why are you doing this? Why are you Look, Tamar said, because I know exactly what she's going through. When it happened to me, I went to talk to y'all freaks and y'all didn't do a damn thing. So this is crazy, but they want to come on here and reenact it and act as if Ashley got a problem, Tamar got a problem, and they just perfectly fine. With that freaky ass husband, Gabe, passed or not, let's keep it real. He was into all kind of things, right? And her husband, Vaughn, got a right to like, hey, why ain't you let it go? Are you still in love with him? But I got a theory too. It might not be so much in love with him, but in love with the things they did. I don't know for a fact, people. I'm just saying. Maybe she's mourning the freak offs. Maybe she was into these other things that Gabe was in. I don't know. But for you to let your niece, I mean, for one, a girl would set it off if they find out you cheating on them. They're going to set it off. You wasn't angry when your man was creeping and then allegedly laying hands on your niece and you still say nothing? Y'all are some damn cowards and some liars and some bees. I got to watch my language.
Thank you. I mean, there are rumors out there that Gabe was also into bestiality, but I chose not to believe that because that's just out there. That is out there. But that's what they're saying. But I want to know, I'm just asking you straight up, Trina, were you involved in these parties and were you with minors? Mm-hmm. I'm just asking straight up. We would appreciate it if you would answer that question.
Was you coerced into doing freaky things? Just let us know. Talk to us.
Yeah.
But don't sit there and turn your back on your daughter. I mean, on your niece, because you worry about what people might think of you. Because I'm sitting here thinking you a damn coward and a fool right now. You can do a whole lot better than this. And if you're going to keep rolling with Baldy, that's looking for her own fame and glory, that just don't make no sense.
It was just really disappointing. It was very disappointing, last night's episode. It also was proof that Towanda wanted this show to be about her and her wedding. It's also proof that without Tamar, who saved the show, she brought laughs in there when she went to go get her BBL done and stuff like that. And we were more interested in that because it was very comical. And, you know, did she go through with it? Did she not? Then you guys over here trying to victimize Ashley is just not a good look. Y'all don't get it? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with the Braxton family? Something's wrong with all of them. And I feel that Tony is just terrified it's going to come out, whatever the secret is, and we're going to judge her for it. Because I'm judging your mother in a very respectful way. How can you be in a household with a daughter who told you she was touched and nothing gets resolved? Mm-hmm. And then Towanda uses it against Tamar. She knew that Tamar was going through emotional problems, but she wanted to make her look like the problem on the show and the nut job of the show. And that's your sister, your flesh and blood. If you wanted to cover up for anybody, you would cover up for Tamar, is trying to work it out, trying to heal herself. Should have said that. Mm-hmm. But you wanted to make it look like the villain. But also, Tina reminded me of, so Towanda Braxton is going to go into acting, producing, and she wants to direct, right? Okay, so, and who knows? I don't know. She's a good actress. She's pretty good on those Lifetime movies. But then here comes Towanda, okay? Towanda, I got to see if I still have that picture that y'all put up. Towanda all of a sudden says she's an actress now and she's doing movies. She's acting and directing. Girl, you left out the most important part. It's for Tubi.
That's what she said. You know.
It says, Sherelle, please know that back in those days, women were taught to always keep a man no matter what. They let them put hands on them, touch their girls or boys, and do what they wanted to do so long as he's there. I mean, they've got, you listen, you guys should have known when you came on national television that people were going to pry into your life. You know, we already have the father who was checked out because I guess his wife wasn't the only affair that he had in the church, pretending to be very, I don't want to disrespect the dad either, but he had his own things going on. And
yeah,
so did Miss E. It was, you know, what's worrisome about the whole thing is you have these preachers that people worship their words. Like, that's our pastor. He's not going to, and they forget that the pastor and the first ladies are human beings. So maybe Miss E was dealing with some stuff with him. It just didn't have time for, I don't know why this wasn't resolved when she told everybody, because we always tell victims, speak up, tell the truth, tell somebody, tell a teacher, tell a stranger, tell your parents. This is what we teach them.
Right.
Now you want us to look like liars? Don't tell mama, she's going to hold it against you. Like, I just don't understand why you guys are still talking about this and why wasn't it solved years ago? And I still think it's Mikey. That's who I think it is. It's Mikey. It's Mikey, in my opinion. I'm not 100% on that, but it feels like Mikey. And it feels like Mikey because the way he's treating his daughter, who mysteriously went off the internet during that time. Because she said he cussed her out. She said it. Why would you send anybody a cease and desist for interviewing her own niece? And whatever the dad's name is, it's Michael. That woman he got, don't like, she's too bright either. Well, I don't even know what she looks like. I can't remember. I know she came on the show, but I'm just shocked that he was the head of a church and you're chasing skirts.
Yeah, I'm just saying this as a father, though, and I don't have a daughter. But I think if your daughter is saying something happened to her, wouldn't it be the fatherly thing to listen to her, to find out who did it? Don't send her, shut up, cease and desist. You're going too far. You're making yourself look guilty. Whether he's doing it or not, he should have more compassion for his daughter. That's what I think. And then you get the other side.
And then crazy Towanda wants us to believe that to overskip all of that and focus in on her wedding. Girl, don't nobody care you getting married.
Yeah.
To that guy that people say is weird. Yeah. I mean, let's talk about that. They said Sean's weird, but I will say this. I like Sean 100% better than I like Towanda. But the circumstances, I would be suspicious. Wouldn't you, Perry?
Yeah, but Trill, let me say this. I know a lot of people keep saying, yeah, and that weird man she's with. Well, it's an opposite side of that too. Can you bring that one picture you got on the bottom back up? When you speaking of weird, look, what's weird? She's sitting over here looking like somebody, an actor on Star Trek. Beam me up, Scotty. Look, that's weird. That is weird. So weird people like weird things. But she's
weird herself. That's what you're saying, right?
That's my point. Yeah.
Something is kind of strange about Towanda. Very, very strange. She's
what's that show you used to like with the little people on it? I can't remember what it was. It was a comedy show, but anyway. I mean, she looked like an alien.
I can't with Perry. Something is wrong with my husband. Okay, I'm acknowledging it. Oh, how come I didn't take care of it years ago? Because it makes me laugh. But something's wrong with him. It's a lot going on. She really thought that she was going to be the star of the show this season. It's my turn, because she was shocked, if you ask me, when Tamar was the breakout star. Girl, you thought somebody was going to like your boring ass? No. And now you think this is my moment. Wah, this is my moment. No one cares about that damn wedding, especially when you have seriousness going on in your family that needs to be talked about, addressed, and some kind of professional coming in with their advice to Ashley. Can you imagine? I'm talking to the camera right now. What if that happened to you? And you had to muster up as much courage as you can, because you don't have anybody to go to talk about it to. Can't talk to mom because mom just dumped you guys, took her name off the birth certificate. I've never heard of a mother taking their name off of a birth certificate. She has no one to talk to. And you're worried about your wedding that has its own secrets going on over there? Because people could easily say, you know what? The sisters tried to warn you about that creepy guy and you didn't listen. You stood up for him instead of someone else. And you know who that someone else is. They're weird. They're weird. And she's steady trying to be, now she wants to be Tamar. I mean, she wants to be Tony. Oh, I'm acting and I'm producing. Girl, you could go on YouTube and do that. You acting like you doing some real damn movies.
And Sherelle, that's about the only producing she's doing is her YouTube channel, and ain't doing that too well in there cooking, burning up something, and lying.
It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's really not funny, but it's sad. And the worst part in all of this is you didn't have to bring it on the show. You could have tried, and maybe you did, to get a spinoff, a wedding spinoff, like Candy and Nene. But did you try and they told you that's not strong enough to hold the show together? We must have Tony and Tamar. I'm thinking that's what they told you.
That's exactly what they were telling. And I think she have tried. I think she's done an approach Love About the Lockup. They said, hey, maybe we'll entertain it. We'll entertain it. Can you bring your sisters? No, okay, no, thank you. She don't try Tubi. She don't try Sesame Street. Like, enough is enough. She's a wannabe. Yeah, she's a wannabe.
Yeah.
I can't take it. It's nerve-wracking to me. I'm directing now, and I'm doing this. You sitting there steady lying. That's it. Until you come clean. And I don't even like to even say mean things about you, but you're disgusting. You know how you treat people. Your nephew, Kevin Sr., now your niece, Ashley. And you don't give a damn. My man. He's your man for a moment. Trust me, I check in 3 years and he won't be.
Yeah, it's really weird too, because even if I had this conversation with Andre, her first husband, he says to me that you made a video saying that Sean, the sisters talked about Sean being around my daughter. He's a concerned father. That's what you do. He says, do you know that to be true? I told him what I heard. He said, well, I asked my daughter and she said no, but I'm going to keep my eye on this situation. That's what a responsible parent does. That's what a responsible parent does. Towanda, no, that's not true. Take that down. I'm going to sue you. Bluffing. Because remember, you don't have any money. You're living off of Sean. You tried to file bankruptcy and lied on your bankruptcy papers so that bankruptcy didn't go through. Now I need to do an update to make sure it didn't go through, but you don't have the money. You're just, and you think you can bully people and be as mean as you can be, and that'll make people, I don't know, step in line and do what you want them to do. You don't even have any common sense.
Right.
You really are coming across like you are re-victimizing a victim. Not a good, and they ain't got nothing to do with Sherelle. They ain't got nothing to do with that final conversation you had with your sisters, that there was only y'all in the room, and how come Sherelle? No, it has nothing to do with that. Look at how you carry yourself. You guys are trashing Ashley, and it's even worse than hearing about it when you actually see it. Like, there's no way there's going to be a season 3 unless you're hard up for cash again. Because when I last checked, Tubi wasn't paying SHIT.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad.
You know what, though? And I think half her frustration is like, and trust me, I am not making no excuse for her. I'm just trying to say why she could be the person she is today. I think it could be a lifetime full of frustrations.
What do you mean?
Always being a failure, never being the one that can succeed at anything. It turns you in, it makes you evil. And now she's acting like a evil villain right now. Shaved her hair off, trying to look the part. Now she's directing. and just really being a B. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's terrible.
But Perry, do you think they stopped to think, how is this going to play to an audience when I go in there and say she's crazy and say, this is what Trina said last night. It was horrifying. I could hardly sit through it. I've already talked to her. If she has something else to say, why didn't she call me? Well, she's standing outside your door, remember, because you didn't let producers bring her in. How about that? That's number one. Number two, that was years ago. In the tears is not flowing like, I miss Gabe so much. It's like, oh my God, if they don't stop talking about this, then my secret's gonna come out. That's what it looked like to me.
Basically.
Who in their right mind would put this on television? Because it was you guys, Towanda and Trina, begging Tony and Tamar to come back so you can get paid. Remember that? Because I think you thought you were going to live off of Sean's money. And then he embarrassed you by saying, you got to do something. You ain't going to be spending my money. Didn't he say that, Perry?
Yeah, he said it. It was on that little IG thing.
Sean embarrassed your ass, told you to go get a job because you ain't going to be sitting there spending his money. And I guess he has to think that way because that's what you have a history of doing. It's like that.
I mean, she wants.
She's
so
weird, and she doesn't even know that she comes across weird. She's just. Weird or evil? Which ones would you pick? Or delusional? Which one?
Most stupid people don't realize they're stupid. And when you look it up in the dictionary, it'd be a picture of her.
And I'm starting to think that Sean is catching on to Towanda. I think that he will roll with her as long as it's fun and stuff like that. But I think he's watching his money. You wouldn't make a comment like that with a full audience live. Stuff like that just doesn't slip out my mind. Perry, when's the last time I told you and go get a job? It doesn't happen. Towanda is truly morphing into Norma Desmond. No, she's really morphing into Norma Desmond. She's ruthless. She's delusional. She lacks compassion and love for others. It's just about what she wants. And it would be even worse if she could act. But no one's worried about your Tubi movies, okay? Girl, you ain't getting paid from them. You're going to be back at Sean on Monday morning asking for $20 for lunch. But it seems like he's on to you too. He said, you're not going to be spending my money and you got to go get a job.
He said, you ain't going to be sitting here all day. I ain't going to have no woman sitting at home all day doing nothing. And then he tried to clean it up and said, oh, well, no, I knew you wouldn't be this type of person. Well, has she ever really worked, Sean? Ask yourself that. She that type of woman?
Trust me, you guys. Perry was watching it, didn't think he would say anything like that and didn't record it. But he told her to get a job.
Yep.
True says, so okay, because y'all didn't stop me when you had the chance to watch. I have to read it. Towanda looks like a mangy, bald eagle that got blasted in the face from a volcano eruption. Why is she walking around with her hair? Why is she bald? Because you said it, and I got a copy on tape that y'all cut your hair bald for Tracy.
Right.
Now all of a sudden you got alopecia.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, the only people that I seen do that didn't have alopecia wanted you to think that something was wrong with them when they go pick up their prescriptions. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Last night was a sheer embarrassment. And here's another thing too. Towanda wants to be a star in her own right. But you keep trying to copy from Tamar and Tony. Is it a coincidence that you want to be an actress now and direct your own movies and produce? Is that a coincidence? Because Big Sis Tony just said the same exact thing. Or are you copycatting again? You're like Marlon Jackson. Do you guys remember when Marlon Jackson was trying to be Michael? Do y'all remember that? See if I can find the tape. Do you remember that, Barry?
I think when they finally broke off, it was a few of them desperately went out there and tried to be what Michael was.
Let me see if I can find this.
It's weird. Video. All the time, when you're in a group like that and the group has success, you feel like you're the reason for the success. That's Towanda.
No.
She like, all those years I was in the background, but I was the star. No, you was back there for a reason, child.
She couldn't possibly, Perry, think that.
Sherelle, in their mind, it's a sickness.
Do you guys remember when Marlon Jackson was trying to be Michael, stole his whole routine? Do you guys remember this?
Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance?
Okay, now
sit here and talk.
No, I swear to God, I'm going to play it. This is Towanda. And the vocals were worse than the dancing. Nobody wants to see you, Otis. Nobody.
I mean, next you're going to see
There's no moonwalk. There's no pizzazz. You are not Michael. And I'm doing this as an example to Towanda. Towanda Braxton is the Michael in the family. Tamar already grabbed the Janet spot. Girl, you're acting like LaToya or Marlon.
Okay.
LaToya or don't make me put Michael Jackson on the screen. Perry, do a test. Who's more talented, Towanda or Tony? Just do a test. Because she has the Marlon Jackson syndrome. You just stole the man's silhouette when he comes out. You just stole the spotlight and them tacky dance moves. He does the same dance moves as Michael. We love it on Michael. His moonwalk was not so moon, maybe Saturn, not a moon walk. It was a Saturn walk. It's just so bad. It's bad. You have Marlon Jackson syndrome. Stop copying your sister. Do your own thing.
They ain't just a fan. I mean, a family member. She's a fan of Tony's. She's a fan of Tamar's night. And she would just do anything. It's like a troll. Right? And that's what she'll do. And then it wouldn't shock me next week if we don't see her out here with a Tamar wig on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. She's just, who's going to go watch that movie? Who's going to go watch that movie? Because I'm not. It's a Tubi movie. Girl, stop acting like you the next big director. It's a Tubi movie. And, you know, the wig was falling off your head. You didn't tape it down. The acting wasn't impressive. Girl.
No, it wasn't.
Tony's straight talent. It is. I give it to Trina. She's always had other sources of income, even Tamar. You mean her restaurants? We'll give her that. And the cooking channel. But I need to know, do you guys think that, why is Trina acting this way? Why is she acting this way?
I feel she has something to hide. And to have this conversation will be exposing. Either she knew all about it and did nothing, or the sad part, she was a part of it. Now, I'm just simply saying that's about it. I mean, because she's coming across looking guilty. No sympathy for her niece.
None.
It's almost like just straight fear of being exposed.
Paulette says, it looks to me that Trina's husband runs everything and controls her. I thought that too in the beginning. I really did. The way he was talking to her, he said something to this effect, stop mourning or you're mourning too hard. I seen that last year. But now, knowing the things that I know, I'm wondering, one, if he's not suspicious that there's a secret in that family, something's wrong. And two, he might have a point. You guys, she wasn't just crying for Gabe. She was dry heaving. She was boo-hooing and saying
like that.
Yeah, and then she tried to this is how I know something's wrong. She tried to distance herself from the cease and desist. She said, I didn't send it. Were you in the room when the plan went down?
Yeah.
Are you lying by omission? Is that what Dr. Phil used to say? Girl, you were in the room when it went down that we got to send her a cease and desist. Don't act like you weren't. You knew what was going on. That's what I'm saying. Trina's acting really suspicious, really weird. Listen, when you found out that Ashley was spilling the beans, your ass panicked. You probably called your brother, you called everybody but Tamar. And it was decided as a group, we're going to send them a cease and desist. That's why it's so weird, because coming up, Toni Braxton's going to lose it on Tamar. She's acting like Towanda now. Toni Braxton has been cool, the coolest one in the family, cool as a cucumber, doesn't want to say too much bad about anybody else, cried when Oprah Winfrey did her wrong. She cried. Mm-hmm. I would cry too. This is Oprah Winfrey. But Toni Braxton's getting aggressive this season. Look, and telling people, I'll whoop your A.
She's frustrated.
Yeah, they edited it out. You said that. Go ahead, Perry.
Yeah, no, I was saying that she's frustrated too, I think. Like, not to give her a pass on nothing like that, but she know what's don't happen in that family. She know things that wasn't addressed. And now she even said to herself that if they weren't my family, they wouldn't be my friends.
Then Perry, why would she be against them telling the truth?
I think she's so frustrated with the situation. She just wants all this to be over with, make some money so they can stop asking her for money and just leave her the hell alone. I'm not sure. But she is coming across that way when you show no sympathy for your niece. It's just ridiculous.
Toni is stressed out from being married to Birdman. Child. We ain't gonna talk about Birdman. I think Birdman is getting senile. Just the way he utters out stuff like inappropriately. Toni probably was okay about the niece coming onto the show. Then she changed her mind. Listen, we seen the trailer. We saw the trailer. We saw Toni aggressively go after Tamar. When she said, you told me to have her on the show at first. Toni got defensive, stood up out of her seat. And I heard this fight was so bad that they had to edit it out. I heard that Toni Braxton told Tamar, I'll whoop your ass. She threw something at her, they said. They had to edit this to not make Toni look so violent. So and we don't know, we know that's not her character. So something else is going on. And they're all not talking still. And then the mother comes out in support of Tamar. Like this is just, and Ashley, like this is new news. They're weird. I want to hear what y'all have to say. They're weird. Let's take these. It's just strange, isn't it?
Yep.
Are you roasting Towanda, cracking up, laughing? I'm telling truth and asking questions, okay? I'm telling truth and asking questions.
What said about Towanda, she deserves it. Like, we like to laugh and joke, but she's a menace to society. When you can care less about real people's struggles, Kevin Sr. lose a wife. Do she care? Hell no. Nephew lose a mother. Does she care? No. Niece get touched. No. She just worrying about when can I come out? I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Come on, get your ass back in the back. Shut up. Do right. And nobody like a person with an ugly heart. And that's Towanda.
Perry, let's not forget that the Braxtons did not go to Tracy's funeral. because they said that Kevin Sr. was going against Tracy's wishes. And they insinuated that he was trying to steal Tracy's money.
Mm-hmm.
That's your daughter. If this man was stealing my daughter's money, I want to know. So I'm taking his ass to court. I'm calling the cops. But I'm still going to my daughter's funeral. It's all weird. It's all weird. They're like a cult. They're like a cult.
Well, Shrill, let me ask you this then. Seems how they was all up in Tracy's business. Did they give Trina the same treatment with Gabe? Did they judge Gabe the same way? And we know he was a freak.
Listen, not only did they not join Gabe, not only did they stop talking to Gabe because of the allegations, they act like the allegations didn't exist. This came out because one of the transgender women that Gabe was seeing decided to talk. This information did not come out from the family.
Wow.
It's weird. That movie idea Tony was talking about, the same idea was already made by Barbara Streisand movie, Yenta. Oh, I remember that movie. Yeah, no, that's not good acting. Barbara Streisand? Come on, Towanda, you are not a Barbara Streisand. Girl, what? That's what I'm saying. You suffer from delusions. Really? That's an unremakeable movie. Barbara Streisand was at the top of her game in acting and singing, let's not forget. Wow, good point. Did they give Gabe the same treatment that they gave Tracy's husband? They treated I'll let you talk on this one, Perry, because go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just saying this. I just wondered, right? Because they coming across, we're family, we stick together and we care. Well, if you care so much about Tracy's wishes, did you not care about Trina's wishes when Gabe was getting his freak on? Are we not caring about why Sean really married Towanda? Okay. Are we worrying about Trina's and Von's cooking channel? Where's all this concern with the other people? I'm just saying, like, I would never see this family the same. Tamar, at least she's saying, hey, I know what it's like to be treated that way and nobody listened to you. But how they did Kevin Sr., Kevin Jr., and now the niece is so damn disrespectful. And they want to come on and want me to, when the Braxtons come on, they drop the values because they should have, because they don't have any. They want me to be like this. Yeah, they own. No, I'm sitting on here and waiting on your time to be exposed because y'all got to pay for sweeping things under the carpet.
And what they did to Tracy.
That wasn't your business. You can't even manage your own relationship, but y'all want to care so much and care about somebody else's wishes. You don't know.
I really want them to just come out and do a full apology to both Kevins, Senior and Junior. You owe them an apology. Towanda, you just showed your ass this year when you refused to let Junior come on the show. So he can make money, so you can make money and he can't? Or are you scared he was going to stand up for his mother and tell more stuff that y'all been doing? Because we remember when Kevin came on our show and interviewed, he said, y'all always been acting like that, treating him like he's nobody. It's bad.
From day one.
Anyway, let me take one more and then we got to go. Towanda is ugly duckling. Okay. Thank you. She said it. I got to read the comments, Towanda. You look different than the other girls. And less liked and less talented. Sorry, not to be mean, but it's the truth. Just look at their features. Look at their features. But I agree that to a certain point. I feel that anybody can be beautiful if you have a beautiful heart. And I'm going to say this, and I might regret it. But before Whoopi Goldberg came on The View, I thought she was the ugliest human being ever created of mankind.
No, I mean, you're just saying what everybody's seen. Go ahead.
But now Whoopi is not ugly to me anymore. She's beautiful, and I love her strength. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, that's a good example. People don't want to say it out loud, but people have thought that. Beauty comes from within. So when I say bald eagle is ugly to me, it's her heart. She can fix up. She can get some eyelashes. She can get a Tamar wig and have guys whistling. But no guy likes a girl looking good or not with a nasty attitude and a nasty heart.
Very mean. She's very mean. Very mean. Lakeisha says, Kevin Jr. was treated badly by them because of his father. Oh, yes, that's partially true. And then there's some other things that he wanted to talk about. I'll put it that way. Some other things he wanted to talk about. And it wasn't showing the sisters in a very good light. And they just didn't want it. They didn't want it, which is horrible because you only want your side of the story out there. You don't want anybody to challenge your side of the story. Girl, you're delusional. People are going to challenge your story. We're going to look into you, and then we're going to deep dive. We're going to start interviewing people and get the truth. Trina's hiding something. I'm pretty much convinced I know what it is about these SEX parties that you said you wanted to do with Gabe. And if there were minors at this parties, and were you with one? We're just going to keep asking you that question until you answer. Were you ever with minors at these bedroom parties? Tell us more about the parties. Why is everybody saying Gabe was into bestiality? I did not say that. I didn't believe it at first, but the way you're acting and just changing the stories around and then making yourself the victim, girl, if you don't get out of here, let me tell you, 8 episodes. I'm going to watch and review every single episode. And then I'm going to tell you the stuff that I've been hearing. And everybody has a different story, but y'all the only ones. I didn't do nothing wrong. I talked to her already. She was crying like this. And them tears was coming. Them were fake tears. And you said all she had to do was call you. All you had to do while you was filming is look at production and say, bring her in. She was outside the door. Forgot? You did not want them to bring her in there. Tell the truth. You already talked to her. Girl, let me go before I go off again. Perry, you got any last words? Talk to these fools, because them sisters are.
The only thing I would say this now, and this is what I'm thinking about until next week when we come back and talk about it. I think the reason why they's trying so desperately not to have other people on the show, Kevin Sr., Kevin Jr., Ashley, is because they actually trying to rewrite it. They don't want nobody to have a voice.
Yeah, because that's like Towanda kept saying. Do you think she should have this platform? What is that? What does that have to do with anything?
It's the silence people, right? Because think about it. Like, they can go on and make up any story. And Towanda do have some kind of director. Well, I don't know. Are directors creative and liars? Because, like, I guess to make something, you get to be creative and just imagine a lot of shit. But she think that she can come on, rewrite it, tell the story for a group of people, a large group of people to hear it, and then the person she's dogging out have no voice. That's why she got mad when Kevin Sr. came on the show. She don't want nobody to have a voice.
Yeah, let's do a poll. Let's do a couple polls before we leave, because I need to know, should we ask Kevin to come back on the show? Would he have even more to say? Oh, I didn't open up. Can you put the poll in, Perry?
Mine's not open up neither, but I can try to open it up.
Oh, let me try it one more time. Let's take some polls before we leave, because should we try to bring other people on the show? Some people that are very familiar with Gabe. Let's see how y'all want this to go. I'm working for y'all. Let's see how y'all want this to go. Because we got a lot of people that, we can get answers from. Let's see. Hold on, guys. This is important because I don't want to, if I start bringing people on the show, that's just what it is. It's going to be a disaster. Okay. Should we bring, I'm just going to say senior on again, because we already had him on, and he gave us a great interview. Okay, so let's end that poll.
Somebody said bring Trina's sons on.
No, they're not going to come on.
Right. I mean, because that'd be sort of hard for them to, probably really hard.
Let's just start with this one right here because, well, it's not working. What's going on?
Yep. I mean, because, maybe we can start bringing some people on, because if they can have a show called The Braxtons, we can have one called The Truth. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I can't. All right. So I asked about senior first. Okay, we're getting them back. We're gonna ask them to come back on. 80%. That's good. 82. 3. Child. Okay, y'all want to hear from them again. And then listen, I tried not to do it, but y'all don't want to tell the truth. Am I being, listen, should we bring on Gabe's ex-lovers? These are the transgender women. Let's see what y'all say. Oh, 90%, 91%. All right. Listen, I got to do it. I'm not being messy. I'm a blogger. My audience wants it. They're going to get it. Someone said no.
Huh? No, if nothing else, just to touch up and just see how the family going, because they stay in my prayers out there. The situation with that family is just ridiculous. Nobody's
Brian, you're going to have to not watch, and you're going to have to not do a story on my interviews because you have been outvoted. And so we're going to see when we can get them on. All right, you guys, that was my review of last night. It was a mess. It was hard to watch, to be quite honest. Aside from all the jokes, very hard to watch. And you guys have to remember, Braxton, y'all brought this on yourselves when you decided to go on national television. So nobody's prying into your life. We're reviewing a show which we need more information on because you're not being honest. So we got to go seeking the truth, what the truth is. And Perry, do you have anything to say about that? Because she's saying some people take it too far and they get in other people's business.
Oh, I know. I don't have time to waste time on my precious weekend.
Bye, Norma Desmond, huh? It's a mess. All right, you guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I will keep you updated. Matter of fact, this is probably the only story I'm going to do. Well, no, Wendy, I'll keep you updated. Bye, you guys.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, people. We out.
Bye, everybody. Enjoy.